factor each polynomial. So first thing I'm going to do is make my box and my diamond. Oh, this pen does not work. So I noticed that there's no x terms right here. So this is equal to x squared plus 0x minus 64. So I can fill up my box. X squared and negative 64 go diagonal. I need two numbers that multiply to negative 64, x squared, and add to 0. I know if they add to 0, it's going to be a positive and a negative of the same number. So positive 8 and negative 8. So this will give me x, let's see, negative 64, negatives are here, so minus 8, and here would be plus 8. So the factored form of this would be x plus 8 times x minus 8. For this one, I'll make a box and a diamond. We've got y squared and 9, so we need two numbers that multiply to 9y squared and add to negative 6y. So 3 and 3, negative 3y and negative 3y. So let's see, y, this is minus 3, negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, I can double check. So factored form is y minus 3 times y minus 3, which is also equal to y minus 3 squared. For this one, we've got 4x squared and 1. So we need two numbers that multiply to 4x squared and add to 4x. 2x and 2x. So let's see, this will be 2x and 2x. 1, 1. So 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1, which is equal to 2x plus 1 squared. For this last one, I noticed that 5 and 45 could be divided each by 5, and this one also could be divided by x. So I'm going to factor out a 5x. So we get 5x times x squared minus, let's see, 9 times 5 is 45, 9. Now I'm just going to factor this part. So that would be x squared, negative 9. Two numbers that multiply to negative 9x squared and add to 0x, because we have 0 x's. So I know it's going to be negative 3 and 3. X, negative 3, positive 3. So I have to pull down the 5x. So my factored form is 5x times x minus 3 times x plus 3. Solve the following system algebraically, then confirm your solution by graphing each line. So I see that y is by itself here, so I can substitute for y. So I get 2x plus 4x plus 5 equals negative 13. This is 6x plus 5 equals negative 13. So I'll subtract 5, and I get 6x equals negative 18. Divide by 6, x equals negative 3. Now I have to plug it back in. So I get y equals 4 times negative 3 plus 5. I plug it back in there. Y equals negative 12 plus 5, so y equals negative 7. So my answer should be negative 3 comma negative 7. But now let's graph those lines just to make sure. So I'll get some axes here. The first one's already in y equals mx plus b form. So I can graph it by starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The y-intercept is 5. The slope is 4 over 1, so I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. Or I could go down 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. Because I'm trying to find the point of intersection, I want my lines to be as accurate as possible. So I'm going to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and that's as far as I can go. So here's one line. The other one, 2x plus y equals negative 13, is not in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides, and we get y equals negative 2x minus 13. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we're going down 2 and over 1, so the line's going to go this way. So I'm going to go up 2 and to the left 1, up 1, 2 and to the left 1, up 1, 2, left 1, up 1, 2, left 1, up 1, 2, left 1. So this is where they intersect. This point should be negative 3, negative 7, but let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're good. Put the following quadratic equations into vertex form by completing the square. So here I have x squared plus 6x minus 3. I'm going to start by drawing a square. I've got x squared here. I need to split my 6 x's up. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to need 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 9 ones, but I have negative 3 ones. So I need to add 12 ones, because right now I have negatives. So if I add 12 ones to both sides, then I get y plus 12 equals x squared plus 6x plus 9. So that's the 9 there. Here's our 6 x's and our x squared. So this right here can be rewritten as x plus 3 squared, because it just represents the area of this box written as a sum, but we want to rewrite it as a product of the length times the width. So y plus 12 equals x plus 3 squared. Then we just subtract 12 from both sides, so our final answer is y equals x plus 3 squared minus 12. And then for the second one, I'll start with my x squared. Then I split my 8 x's with 4 and 4. And I have 2 ones, 1, 2. But I need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need to add 14 ones, because I need a total of 16, because this is going to be x plus 4 times x plus 4. I need 16 ones and I have 2, so I need to add 14 to both sides. So I get y plus 14 equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. And then I can rewrite this as x plus 4 squared. Then I just subtract 14 from both sides, and I get y equals x plus 4 squared minus 14. A ball is thrown into the air from a platform 4 feet high and is modeled by the quadratic equation h of t equals negative 16t squared plus 12t plus 4. T is the time in seconds and h is the height of the ball. Answer the following questions. So we want to know how long does it take for the ball to hit the ground. So when does the height equal 0? So I'm going to plug in 0 for height, and I get 0 equals negative 16t squared plus 12t plus 4. I notice that all of these can be divisible by 4. So I'm going to divide them all by 4. And I'm going to get 0 equals, actually I'm going to take out a negative also, since this is negative. I don't really like that. I'm going to take out negative 4. So I'm left with 4t squared minus 3t minus 1. So now I'm going to try to graph this. So I'm going to try to factor it so that I can put it into graphing form. So I get 4t squared here, negative 1. I need two numbers that multiply to make negative 4t squared and add to make negative 3t. So that's got to be negative 4t and 1t. So let's see, I know this will be 4t, this will be t, this will be negative 1, and this will be positive 1. So when I factor it, I get 0 equals negative 4 times 4t plus 1 times t minus 1. So now, if I wanted to find the x-intercepts, I would need to use the zero product property. So this equals 0, 4t plus 1 equals 0, or t minus 1 equals 0. This one's easy, I'll add 1, t equals 1. Here we subtract 1, 4t equals negative 1, divided by 4, t equals negative 1/4. This answer doesn't make any sense because this would mean t stands for time. So this would mean at negative seconds. So that one doesn't make sense, so we don't need that answer. This one should be our other answer. At 1 second, the ball will hit the ground. So let's see, if I try to graph this, I know that the y-intercept, so the height, the y-intercept from standard form, I know is going to be positive 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that it's going to only take 1 second to hit the ground, so this is going to be 1 second. So I'm going to kind of space out and say maybe this is 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1. So I know that it hits the ground right here at 1. Let's see, this is seconds. So I know that the line of symmetry is going to be at 0.5. So I think we just answered this question. It takes 1 second for the ball to hit the ground. The second part is asking us, how high is the ball at its highest point? How many seconds does it take to reach its highest point? So I know, actually I don't know that 0.5 is going to be the vertex because the parabola is going to go land somewhere over here. So the vertex isn't going to be 0.5. That was, isn't going to be the line of symmetry. That was wrong. In order to figure out the line of symmetry, I need to use this. I need to use that the other x-intercept is negative 0.25. So let's see, that's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, it's right here, negative 0.25. So I know that the line of symmetry is going to be in between negative 0.25 and 1. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spaces. So 5 spaces in would be halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the line of symmetry is actually going to be right here, in between 0.25 and 1, or in between 0.25 and 0.5. So if I add up, if I want to find the average of these two numbers, negative 0.25 and 1, I have to add them up. So 0.25 plus 1 and then divide by 2. That'll tell me what number is exactly halfway. So that's 0.75 divided by 2, which is 0.375. So I know it takes 0.375 seconds to reach the highest point. Now I can plug this into the equation to then figure out how high it is. So h of 0.375 equals negative 16 times 0.375 squared plus 12 times 0.375 plus 4. So that equals negative 16 times 0.140625 plus 4.5 plus 4, which equals, let's see, negative 16 times that, .140625 times 16, that would be negative 2.25 plus 4.5 plus 4. We add all those together and we get 6.25. So it goes up to, let's see, that's 4, 5, 6.25, just be a little bit. So the highest point is 4 feet. So to reach the highest point at 6.25 feet.